20th of April 2017, Unit 8 pitch, Corey Brady.
Hi, this is my pitch for Cooking with Corey and Friends. And alright, justification. I have decided to do this because I am interested in, well, first of all, I have an interest in cooking, and I like taking a directorial role with some of my work, as I've had experience in the past before. Plus, I've also had experience in like the scripted units as well, and I found that to be quite good for my work, as I was able to get through things a lot more easier. It was less stressful. Other than that, what the idea really is to showcase a cooking show, really. And as I said there, reference past experience and so on and so forth. Alright, format and synopsis. It's going to be a YouTube show, 8 to 10 minutes long. It's going to be a cook-along show with a bit of factual detail inside, but also comedic animation and audience interaction. For the animation, I am planning on using or creating small little characters that will go along with certain food sets, either by name, for example. The winged would have a little chicken, a goofy little chicken. And audience interaction, that for the invited guests that are going to participate in this, they have free rein to, throughout filming, or interject with a certain story or a critique or anything, or just something off the top of their heads, and during that process the camera would pan towards them or in their general direction for the duration of the conversation, and cut back to me preparing the food. And after, when the food has been prepared and cooked, they will have, I'm going to film them doing a reaction to it and the comments or opinions they have on the food. Alright, research. From looking at multiple cooking shows, either through YouTube or actually on the TV program, on TV, I've understood that there is more a focus on cooking than there is like tasting, etc. Like at Great British Bake Off, they'll have a little segment of tasting each food, but it's only like short. It's not like in detail. You don't get really any reactions if people find it strange or find it funny, which is really what my aim is, because the food I'm creating might be a bit out of normal people's palates. So that's my goal. And for example, if you look on this video here, it will just give a brief example of like what you'll just see. Quick, simple, straight to the point, and voiceovers, which is not something I would like to aim for. I would like to aim for more of a live type of attack to the situation. Right.
Mix that with your salt.
Moving on, after looking at these type of things, I've justified that I need to look into more research of how to interact with my audience and my participants as well, and also look into how to talk to the camera a bit more in a factual manner. Oh, sorry. Alright, inspirations. Alright, for example, binging with Babish.
I am ready to receive instruction from the realm of creation.
As you can see, that is a cartoon called Adventure Time, and the food he is creating is
Hey, what's up guys?
a rather
Welcome back
strange
to
sandwich.
Binging with Babish, where this week we're taking a stab at Jake's perfect sandwich from Adventure Time, which of course starts with his steak sous vide. So we've got a nice boneless ribeye here that we're going to salt and pepper before placing into our vacuum sealed bag with both thyme.
And what he essentially does is he takes these ideas and tries to make the best representation they are possible, because I mean, it's a cartoon, some of the ingredients do not
Normally I want
exist.
to go for more like 115.
And as an example here, something I would like to use in my shoot is getting rid of my head in the shot, just to focus on the food a bit more.
Debone and broil so we can put out in the sandwich and eat here.
Really, that was an inspiration. In fact, that was just kind of a bit of a strange, creative food that no one really has thought about. For this clip of Gordon Ramsay, oops, sorry.
Sorry?
He's cooking puffin on a barbecue, and that's not something you would hear about every day. It's kind of a strange thing you would cook, and it's like more of an exotic food to, let's say, England, not Iceland, obviously. And what this really inspired me to do is just like to try barbecuing foods which might be a bit strange. And I know even my foods that I'm preparing aren't as exotic as this, but because they are mixed and mashed a bit, they are like, to a normal person it would just seem very strange. Move on to the next slide. Now, mood board, as you can see, again, binging with Babish from the head, and etc. And you can see that over there with the barbecue as well. And on the top row, it kind of emphasises that I'm going to be focusing on the cooking as well, but as and the participants as well off in the background. And as you can see here, that's a kind of a little character I'm going to go off of for the example that I gave earlier about the chicken with the wingette. That there is going to be one of my food I'm going to create. It's a portobello mushroom burger. On the other side, it is a chicken wings wrapped in bacon, but obviously I'm making a bit more of a spin on that, and the casual beer that you'll have with your friends at a barbecue. Alright, target audience. My primary audience are going to be between 18 to 25 years old, with the demographic I'm looking at C1, C2 and D as for the psychographics. I would look to aim towards an explorer and partial reformers. Secondary audience, secondary audience would be roughly 16 to 21 with tendencies that fall under the struggler and aspirer in relation to psychographics. Demographic wise, I can look towards B and E in the social demographic table. And equipment and food list. Filming equipment, I'm going to be using an XF100 zoom and shotgun microphone. Cooking equipment, coal, lighter fluid, solid fuel, cooking utensils, what you would expect at a barbecue. Now for food list, food being showcased is a burger meat. It's essentially a small beef burger surrounded in sauce or cheese. I haven't made my mind up yet, and it's put inside another beef burger. My tayad, I'm going to grind my own beef and create my own beef patties. A half and half is the portobello mushroom with a beef burger and Philadelphia cheese cooked together once cooked, the lettuce and tomato with the tomato and lettuce bun to complete the burger. So the portobello mushroom is going to be the bottom bun. Wing it, sliced chicken wing wrapped in bacon that is seasoned with cinnamon sugar. The cinnamon sugar aspect might change because I haven't really tasted cinnamon sugar on bacon. I heard it's nice, but I heard from the people it's not too nice. And the last one, that will do, pig, is sweet sour pulled pork wrapped in bacon, then cooked and put in a sausage bun to then garnish with mayo wasabi. And
This has been agreed, so you can move past the schedule.
Yep. Oh, okay. Technical issues and contingency plan. Technical issues, as I've mentioned before in previous pitches, there is the case of where equipment might be faulty, so I will run through and test them before use, but there is also the aspect that the equipment might fail on shoot as well. But as I'm close to the college, I can easily go in and just get a replacement, which would be very easy and simple. It might be a bit time consuming, but all in all I'm planning on filming for a day, so it's not going to be too difficult. Health and safety. As I am cooking and use with an open flame and using ingredients that, if not cooked properly, can cause poisoning, I have arranged for a family member who is many years of experience cooking to watch over me and make sure that I'm doing everything correct and make sure the food is not poisoned. And contingency plan. As I'm relying on participants to come along, there is a possibility that they might not come through. As of right now, I only have 2 participants at the moment, and I'm looking to include 3 more. But in the case of this not working out, I've opted for just going for a normal cooking show without an audience interaction, but still having the characters, just to provide a bit more of comedic commentary. And if I'm filming outside of the barbecue, weather can come into effect, and if the weather turns for a worse, I do have equipment and utensils inside the house that I can use in the kitchen to cook to a barbecue standard, and so on and so forth. And that is it. Any questions?
Really well done. I have to admit, when I first heard this idea, I sat there and thought, what the hell? But having now heard your pitch, I think you've really fleshed your idea out in more detail. I think you really know what it is that you want to achieve, and your initial research shows me that you're really aware of what already exists, but how you're trying to fill a gap. Now the gap will obviously be disappeared if you can't get those participants, and I think that's really, really key. So my strongest advice would be, before you even get to the pre-production week, get your participants now, get them confirmed, make sure they all agree on the day, or even better, have them free for a couple of days. So if on the Tuesday, for example, the weather was bad, it could be easily moved to the Wednesday or the Thursday. But I think you definitely need to have your participants, because from projects throughout the year, casting has probably been an issue. So I think that's the biggest area that's going to fail this project. So be in control of it from the beginning.
I've made a plan to get the participants I need over the weekend.
Perfect. I think that's a brilliant idea, and get them confirmed for a couple of days. Because with that in mind, if I know you've got a live field to it, but if you need to do reshoots, then obviously it might be on an interview basis. It's going to be really important that you've got them available to do those reshoots, and obviously continuity is going to be a massive thing that you need to consider there. Are the recipes going to come up on the screen?
Yes, the recipes are going to come up on the screen. That was something that I did miss out on the PowerPoints, but what I'm going to do is, for preparing, I'm going to list the ingredients with graphics on the side, and then after the food is prepared, I'll have the food just sitting there as like kind of advertising the food shot, and there is going to be graphics appearing to show how it will.
Like a step-by-step recipe, yeah. And when that occurs, so when the final product's there and the step-by-step method is next to it, is that when the little animation graphics, so like I imagine like a flying chicken wing and the wing it pictures on there, is that's going to happen at that moment?
Yes, also the animation is going to appear throughout like cooking as well, so like when I'm cutting up chicken or anything like that, the chicken will be there running about or something like that. Yeah,
fantastic. I think that element is really important for you to show me that you're challenging yourself as well. I think you're brave to pick something that a concept that we haven't even addressed yet, and it's a YouTube style video. I'd like to see maybe an idea at the beginning, like a graphic screen, which...
Yes. I did mention in my proposal, but I did not mention in my pitch, that I am going to work on I can't remember the name of it, but for the image that is displayed for the video, I'm going to work on Photoshop to provide that.
Yeah, and it'd be nice to see prototypes of that and engage with your target audience in a focus group to show them those prototypes and make sure that the final selection is based on the audience's needs.
Yes.
Yeah? I think that was a fantastic pitch. Really, really well done.
Thank you.